Hello and welcome to this video. I honestly don't know what I'm doing because I'm doing a let's try, but I don't know what I'm trying. So inside this box is some Castle supplies. I'm pretty sure that's the brand. I know what's inside this box, but I don't at the same time. I might have some other things in here that I don't know about. So I know I have paints and markers, but this seems a bit heavy to just be that, so there might be some other things. I don't know which one I want to try, so let's open this up together and actually see what's inside. Oh yeah, crap. Yeah. It's not just Castle supplies. This is all of my let's try things. So I bought this from the works. This is gouache. So we can try that. I feel like painting, but at the same time I don't. I don't know. The only reason why I don't want to paint is because I know Kai's gonna come down and painting with the baby. So that's there. This is from Castle. Here we go. So we have two sets of pencils here, and we've got the Castle Arts. That's what it was from. This is the box. I just pulled all of my other things in here that I wanted to try. So we have the floral set, which has them colours, and we also have the, I think this was add some like skin colours and stuff like that. I think that's why I ordered this one. Platinum soft colour. The portrait collection. So this is the floral, this is the portrait, so it's got like a bit of everything. This is watercolour. This is watercolour pencils, whereas this is coloured premium soft touch colour pencils. So they would be in different videos. Because I thought I was going to do them together, but no, because the different ones, I will try them differently and let each one have their own time to shine. Oh, I have more gouache. That's why I did buy from Castle. I bought some more paints. So this is another set of gouache paints. I don't know why I've gone through a series of a thing of getting gouache paints, but here's another set. So each one will have their own one, but that looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So a set of high quality opaque watercolor paint with vibrant quick drying colors and a velvety matte finish. However, if gouache is quick drying, it might be all right. We'll see. This is another set of pencils, but I actually bought these off AliExpress to try out. This is 372 colours plus free gifts, and that's the two pencils and the sharpener. So there's 72 colours in there to try out. And this is the marker. Now, as you can see, the markers are a little bit they're taking a beating because, well, not a beating, but you know, a ripping, because Kai got into this box. I left it at the bottom of the stairs, and Kai got into the box and decided he wanted to play. So here is the markers. These are brush colour. These are watercolour brush pens. So yes, there they are. And we do have something with it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be opening that one up. I don't want to open it up right now and not use it. So what are we going to do? Let me sit here 5 minutes looking at everything to see what I should do. What do I want to draw as well? Like, I feel like I want to draw Disney characters and Pixar characters. So if that's the case, something with colour would be the best. So the portrait pencils are out the question, because I don't want to draw people today. That doesn't mean these are, though, because I want to draw like How to Train Your Dragon, Stitch. I want to draw animals and characters and I'm still keep on looking at the paints. So them away. It's out of the paints. I bought them first, so, and I did actually remember them ones. I totally forgot about them ones. There's 18 and 24. Do you know what? I'll try the 18 set because it's less colours and that might be better time that I have. Now that I know what's inside that box though, this is good. I might try the pencils out next. Or should I try out one of them over on my Patreon? Yes, I'll do that. I'll try one out on my Patreon and then one out on here. So, this is from Reeves. Is it Reeves or is it Leaves? Like, is that an L? No, I think it's an R. Oh, it's cellophaned up and everything. Like, it's not just... They don't always do that. Normally, it's not cellophaned up as well as... Wow. So I'm going to go through them. You have white, lemon yellow, medium yellow, dark orange, brilliant red, crimson, rose, violet, blue lake, ultramarine, Parisian blue, leaf green, emerald green, dark green. That's a different type. That's lighter than the others. You can really tell. Yellow ochre, burnt sienna, burnt umber, and black. What do I do when I finish with these? Do you want to know what? I want to look up and see if you can actually buy I don't know, but you might know in the comments. I'll tell you because I'll look it up. I want to see if I can buy paint palette empty. So I'm able to empty these out and have it all in one thing. Can you do that? I know that you can buy gouache paints and then like actual in a palette and peel it off. I do want to try that. I am in the works of trying to see if I should get something like that. But I bought these instead. So I'm going to see if I can do that and see if I can get an 18 set and a 24 one because I don't want to mix the colours from this and that because they're different. I'm gonna go get myself sorted. I'm gonna get my paint brushes and cut, and then I can start swatching with this paint. Should I use? Yeah, why not? Just to lay down colour. Oh, I can feel it. That's about to come off. I'm gonna glue that. Let's open all these up and colour the palette. Ta-da! Where's it? I had the tissue. Oh, here it is. I should have got out my painting towel. I don't have to waste tissue. It does need to be stirred so it's nice and smooth beforehand, because when you first like put it out the tube, it looks a little bit clunky and a little bit, there's like separation between the oil and the paint or some sort of, there is something there, so then when you stir it in, it's nice and smooth. Now, I don't really use gouache. This is probably the first time me actually really using it, like with my knowledge of using it. I might have used it in high school and stuff and not known, but I never really used it before. Yeah, so I've never really used it properly. I've used watercolor, I've used acrylics. I know what to expect with that. Never used gouache paint. So see that? Look how that is now. And then when I stir it in, it looks like that. Yeah, and then it's nice and smooth. Oh, I can already see it. I can already see it drying. I can see that them two are drying already. This is great. I'm so happy that it's quick drying. I know oil paint, I've never really used oil paint either, but I know with oil paint, it just takes ages to dry. You can paint oil paints, mess around with it and pink it, and then leave it for the next day and it still be wet. So that's not my sort of paint. I know if I was gonna use oil paint, I'd love to. I just know that my lifestyle I can't, because there's too many kids running around, and I'd just leave it on the side, you know, to dry, or just to wait until I can actually, you know, paint some more, and they'd have stuck in their fingers in it already, or they'd have moved it, and not intentional or anything, they'd have moved it, or yeah, they'd have moved it and then their fingers would have touched it by mistake just by moving it. So it's just one of them. I just rather not. There was one with my Let's Try, another one in my Let's Try was a resin, was epoxy resin and stuff, and I made some coasters which I actually sell. If you want to check out my website, I sell like anime themed and like glittery coasters, so yeah, link in the description. But yeah, right, I tried that out. I made some coasters, and my brother, I don't even know why, he went in there and he saw it and was like, oh, that's really nice, and then stuck his finger in it, and then it was not even properly dried, but it was so much so that it was a little bit gloopy that it followed his finger. So the thing is here and his finger's here, and you could see it still connected, and I'm like, Hayden, really? Did you really need to do that? It's like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I didn't realize it wasn't dry. And I'm like, this is why you don't touch my things. But yeah, no, I washed his hands. He's fine. But yeah, that was funny. Hopefully he learnt his lesson. I think he did. But you know, sometimes with kids, I'm actually going to put the names underneath as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put the names next to underneath. But while I'm doing this, I'm gonna shut up because I don't think there's anything else I've got to say, and it's just gonna be repetitive. So I will see you soon. Start talking soon. I know I just said I'd shut up, but that colour, I can just see it there. That looks gorgeous. This is rose, so I thought I might like this. Oh, that's the best. This is the best one. Look at that. Look at the separation between the actual paint and the liquid. I hope you can see it. Do you know what? If you can't, I'm going to take a picture so you can see it. And you can see the difference as well between that paint and the other two next to it. Oh, this one's harder as well to mix in. But I'm getting there. Yes. And that, like the white already dry. All this line is already, well, I'd say already, that's a bit tacky. They're pretty much dry. So that's really good to know. That's very good. I'm gonna put Reeves up there. And it is R because on the back, it actually has the website here. My Reeves, and then it's also on Instagram and stuff. So yes. I'm going to test them out by doing like, I've done block colours, but see if I can like download it a little bit, or do you not do, like see if I can gradient it so there's a nice gradient and stuff like that, and see what other tricks and twists and stuff that you can do with it. So I'm going to try and look up that, because I don't know if you can add water to this and it still work like that, or if it's like acrylic where you just kind of like layer it on and just, I'm just going to do some swatches and stuff, do some drawing, and then I'll do like pieces that I want to do. Yes. Right, so I've looked up tips, ideas and technique with gouache paint. Now it seems like it's between watercolor paints and acrylic. So basically, in a sense of, it's like acrylic where you can layer it and layer it and layer it. They did say to work from light to dark, so it's easier to add the shade than add light, whereas acrylic, it doesn't really matter. Apparently I've seen a video before where they said that when they added the lights, it lifted the page, lifted the paint up. Don't know, I'm gonna have to try it out. Anyway, so it works in the sense of light to dark. We are going to try like dark to light and see why it's different and stuff. That's how it is like acrylic. How it's like with watercolor is that as you can see, it has like opaque kind of matte finish, and you don't add water to that. It doesn't get lighter when you add water, I don't think. However, it does reactivate when you add water. So if it's gone dry, so if my palette goes dry, I can add water and it reactivates itself, which is really good, really good. How many times I've wasted acrylic because I've not been able to do that? That's amazing. I'm starting to really fall in love with this kind of paint because I have so many tubs upstairs where I've had acrylic and I've not wanted to waste it, so I've scooped it out and put it in little tubs so I can reuse it again if needs be. Most of the time it gets left into the corner and I just keep adding more paint and more paint, so I might have to do an entire a video on that and just using paints from that. I don't know. That's because I don't want to waste the acrylic paints. It's good to know that with gouache, I'm not going to say that word right, let's just get past that it reactivates with water. Now it does dry darker apparently, so it tends to dry slightly darker than it appears wet. Yeah, I'd say that's about the case because I'm sure that was dark, that was lighter before and it got darker. Consistency is key, so not too thick or thin. Colour blending, so that's good to know that I can colour blend. Now these are the 3 techniques that I wanted to try. Oh, we do have wet on thing. Right, okay, so let's try these. These are the techniques. So we have layering, the dry brush technique, staining, wet on dry, direct colour mixing, rehydrating. I have my towel. Now I did get sidetracked by reading, so we're gonna try out that water theory pretty soon. Some of them are a little bit, just a little bit. So we'll do one gradient, one's gonna be layering, and we'll do light to dark, and then we'll also do layering, but we'll do dark to light gradient, and other techniques that I'm not gonna write a box for. Right, so we're gonna get a few paintbrushes out. First off, my gradient, I want to use rose, blend that together with green. I don't, yellow, rose and, yes, rose and yellow. Hopefully we'll get a nice good gradient. We might need to add more colour as well. You know what? I'll add a bit of water and activate it. I'm going to use a new brush for the yellow. Hair. Do you know what? You can get a really nice gradient. I think I just went a little bit too with this dark red. I kind of had a sharp line there. I just need to layer on the yellow. So I'm going to work with that more because I'm not happy with that gradient. But I think I can make it better. Sorry if it seems like I have a cold. I don't. I was just reading a book and it was sad. I thought I had myself under control, but I'm still fucking... I feel like I'm still, what's the word? I'm blubbering, that's the word. Now we're going to start with light, so let's use this colour here. I'm going to activate it with a little bit of water, and I'm just going to, or should I do block colour? Do you know what? You can add as much water and it does water it down because it gets more opaque the more water you add. So I'm going to get another palette and I'm going to get one of these colours and add water and that'll go there. So we'll do that. While I'm doing that, I'm going to add a little bit to this dark green here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna layer. I'm gonna let that dry and then layer on. While I'm letting them three dry, when I'm gonna let them three dry, and I'm gonna get that palette. I have these palettes, and one of the boys has broken it and not told me, so I'll be having a word with them. I'm gonna clean this one up as well because that had watercolor remnants from a scroller box. I got this from a scroll box, and I've not really used it since, so I'm gonna use it with this. Just so you know, I have been away for 3 hours. I have a towel over this. So this is dried. Some of it's not, but so I can act. So I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do what it says and activate with water, and then carry on with what I said. And I also glued that paintbrush wherever that is. But yes, cleaned that, done that, so we can do that. But you know what? I really want to do the gradient better than that. Clean water. See, that's better. I think that's what they meant with starting with the light colours and not the dark, because I started with the darker colour and I completely ignored what they said of getting the lighter colour down. However, look, it's activated with the water. It's coming up. I don't know why I'm surprised. Like, I didn't think that was going to happen. Oh, it's happened with all these other people. It's not going to happen with me. Activated with water. Oh, it worked. I add a little bit of water to... Yeah, that's a really nice gradient. I think I just need to add yellow there. Yeah, so now I'm going to get like a smaller, I say a smaller brush, that's not a small, but it's rounder. It's a pointier brush, a flat brush. And a little bit of water and I start adding colours. Let's add water to this ultramarine. It's not as activated, like the edges around it are quite hard, but You know what? I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do and just slowly add water to this colour there. And this is the one where I'm slowly gonna add them together. I'm gonna do this purple. Right, so that's the colour. And then slowly we're just gonna add water. I've got a spray bottle that I should probably use, but I feel like that just adds too much water. So I kind of, when I do sort of like this, adding water, I literally just dip my brush in, try and scoop up the water into the brush. I know it doesn't sound like it's going to do it, like it's going to do anything, but it does. Really there, and then scoop. And really watery. And then, yeah, see if we can layer. I don't know what I'm doing with that. I'm just layering it, just making it look pretty, I am hoping. Now with this, I'm not going to add water. This is where I add colour. So I'm going to try and make gradient, but the colours. I have done it previously in my book. When did I do it? I did it with the scroll box. That's what I found out. It's not like, yeah, this one. So try and like gradually add blue until you get that. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to do blue and green again. However, that green is shouting my name. Maybe the orange. What? So, orange. That's a really nice orange. And I'm going to add that in here. Alright guys, away. And I'm going to add the green because, yeah, because that green is really calling my name. This light green. Oh, no, yeah, the light green. Alright, so I'm going to take that green and just pop that there. I'm going to add a bit of green, a bit of green. Nope. No. No. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't know how I'm actually doing that, but it's actually working. There we go. So that's kind of like a gradient. I tried to do that. Now I'm going to add a lighter yellow to this. Okay. Yeah. See, you can add light, it's just difficult. And it's already watered down already. I feel like if I had full-on pigment of that yellow, it would go on differently. So I'm actually going to try that out. This yellow is full-on pigment, so instead of adding water... Pigment! Good boy! Full-on pigment, just full-on paint. Yeah. Yeah, so it goes on differently if it's not watered down. However, I am happy that you can activate it with water. I know it gets a lot less pigment in the end, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have a little bit less pigment and still be able to use it than not be able to touch it whatsoever. But yeah. I'm just going to write Reeves here. Bless you. Bless you. Yeah. Right, so I did say that I wanted to do like, you know, Disney and bless you. Disney and Pixar kind of would bless you. Get the tissue for us. Thank you. Good boy. Blow. Go on, blow. Good boy, there we go. That's what I wanted beforehand with the tissue. You got it? Right, yes. So, I know I did say that I wanted to do Disney and Pixar kind of stuff, but I do have on my Pinterest a Let's Try board. So every time I see something that I think, oh, I really want to paint that, or I really want to draw that, that looks really nice, I don't know what to put it in. So I want to put it in my Let's Try board. So I'm going to actually look that board up. Yes, so anything that I've seen on this and I'm like, oh, I want to paint that. Like, these are cute. So yeah, so I could paint that like right now with these gouache. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, so I do have a Let's Try over on there. Please go check that out. Especially if you want to do some, oh, that's gorgeous. Especially if you want to do some of the pieces with me. So you're like, oh, I want to draw that alongside you. Then please go check that out. I've got a board. Depending on when you watch it, it might be further down. But everything that I try on my Let's Try from now forth will be from that board. Because I keep keep on seeing things and I'm like, oh, that's really nice, and I don't know where to put it. Like, that's so nice. I don't know if I'm up to that level of drawing yet, but it still looks very nice. I could draw it at any point. Right. Do you know what? I really want to just start drawing. See, this is nice. I might just do that now. Oh, she has a watermark there as well. It's by Becca Draws Stuff. That's a very nice one. But there's also them that I really like. I want to draw quite a few. So I don't know whether to get that book from what, you know, the book from a scroller box, and it folds out and it's different pages. I drew a waitress on that one. I'm thinking about doing that. Do some drawing in this and then go get that and then just do some painting in that. Do you know what? Let's open this. This is the other eraser from the works that were £1. The other one. No, it's not a sweet. It's a rubber. Sweet. No, it's not a sweet. You might be able to see what happened, but there you go. There's that rubber. This was in another Let's Try. I was trying this rubber out, and this was open to the air, whereas this wasn't this side. So I think that's why that is a bit chalky and hard, because that was. Yeah, that's been exposed to the air a little bit more than this side has. That's my only reasoning for it, really, I think. I don't know, it's nice to play with. It's weird. It's like, it's nice to do this and break it all up and then... Because it is not on the other side. It does not stick together like a normal eraser would. And it's always harder to mess around with. Right, I'm gonna sort this rubber out and then I'll be back to you because I feel like it's gonna be longer than when it was the first time. And this isn't... It was in its wrapper the entire time, so... And that's all hard bits. That's not gonna be used. I should have just taken that layer off instead of trying to mix it together. Yeah, I wish I figured out the bones of where I was going to place them, because now that I'm actually doing this, it's so difficult. I really do want to retry this though. I feel like I've not done myself justice and I don't really like how it's turned out right now. Guys, turn on the fan, it's alright. I don't like it, so... I do like the colours I've chosen. I'm gonna gonna do this jar, which is on my finger, and it comes out with blue. Hopefully. Yeah. Because this jar is so quick, I'm gonna be able to move on to the next page and do some more drawings. However, I don't know how to do big piece using this paper. I'll go back. Do you know what? I will. I'm gonna do some little ones and then I'm gonna do a main one, I'm thinking. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah. I'm going to use the same colours that the reference uses, which is blues and yellows for this piece. So let's get on to it. Let's actually... I've already broke the rule already. I need to add yellow. Oh, we'll water it down. Water, water, water. Yeah, I've done what I can to lighten that up. Hopefully it is light enough. However, let's see if we can... Yes, we can lighten it up by just like adding water to it. That's kind of lightened up. However, I have added a bit too much water, so it's kind of... But at least I saved the mess up that I did. Paintbrush. Right. Do you know what? Adding the yellow over the blue isn't too bad, but I get what they mean because of what happened. Oh, what happened with the gradient section. I know where they was coming from. Or maybe I've just been lucky up to now. I've not really used them that long, to be honest, though, have I? But I'm liking them right now. I've loved messing around with them. I'm going to add a bit of purple to the night sky as well. It's a bit dark, but it's not. Do you know what? Before adding the yellow, I'm just going to sort this blue out, this night sky out, and then start adding the stars. Water down that purple colour. It's not so vibrant. Purple is a little bit here, so that was underneath the blue. Now I'm going to add a bit of this lighter blue. That seems like it's the same shade as the first layer I had. I'm gonna add a little bit of the white over here and a little bit of the blue and just mix them together. Oh, that's a really nice blue. Oh, I'm loving this because it's so nice to blend. Like, I don't know, it's so satisfying just watching that. It might be a bit too light, but as it's blending into the darker colours that I've added, which are a little bit too dark, it's so nice. Wow. Let's add a bit of that purple, but the lighter purple. Oh, wow. Can you see that? That's so nice and smooth. I'm gonna add a bit of that straight blue there, here and here, and then just blend them in to it all. And then when I add this lighter one, paint will be wet enough to blend them in together. Because that's what it is really. You just need it a little bit wet. You can't have it dry, or it just won't move. So just by adding a little bit of this water, this wet paint, it activates it again, and it makes it be able to play with it a lot better. I'm gonna add the darker blue as well around the edges. All right, sorry, I didn't say anything then. This is I'm not gonna say it, but this is the next day, and so some of this, well, this is dried up, but I have just activated that one with water, and I'm just adding bits of water to lighten it up. I'm not gonna redo all of the paint and try all of the paint on this, because I feel like if some of the paint work, then it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do a piece. I really want to do a Medusa piece, so that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm using this paper, which is Mixed Media Multi Techniques. I got it from a scroll box, so we're gonna do that. So yeah, I'm just gonna test out some of these things, some of this. So I'm gonna test out this violet, and I'm gonna do a nice blend, hopefully, with this violet. I could just this violet. Do you know what? I love blue, so maybe I know it should be easy, but maybe the blue, violet, blue, and a red. So like that's 3 colors. This is that blue lake one. Let's just do purple and blue right now. Off. Now I'm gonna do another brush. Why have I got that brush there? Put that next to it, and then we can start blending, because sometimes if you can't do the proper blend right, just put the colors next to each other, then get the colors and mix them together. I see if we can activate a little bit more of that blue, because I didn't add too much, because I don't think I'll be using too much blue, but I don't know. But yeah, just mix them together, and then it should be easy to just place that color in there, and then just blend back and forth. A bit like how I did with the sketchbook, but because I'm using this middle colour, hopefully the blend is a bit more easier to control. You know, it's not perfect, but I do love this. However, these two colours are pretty much easier to blend, just because they're on the same level. Purple, you know, to get purple, you have to mix red and blue, so you kind of expect them to have a nice blend. Oh, that's my opinion at least. I feel like that's how it is. That's a nice blend. I'm gonna do one piece which is just block colour, and we'll use green. Do you know what? Let's see if we can activate this. Oh yeah, we can. It's a bit watery, but I'd rather that than not be able to get it at all. So that's it, pretty much watered down, but let's actually get a bit of that same green and just add it. Now, that's not that same green, I don't think. Green. Oh, that was another green, but it's fine. That was this one here, but it's all right. We'll just mix it anyway. Yes. Yeah. Now I'm going to start the Medusa piece, because I feel like I could just use this as a way to test the colours. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Basically done her, and now I'm trying to figure out where the heads of the snakes is gonna go, and then hopefully I can follow the heads to her scalp as hair. I'm hoping. Gonna go look up references of snakes, because I'm gonna add more snakes. I'm gonna try and use the reference as a reference image, but also add my own thing to change it, because there's a lot of hair and I don't know where it's all going. So let's look up reference images of snakes so I can add them around. Snakes, 2-headed snakes. Oh, that's well creepy. Fucking hell, come on. These things are so annoying. This is crap. Does not do anything except hold it into your hand. Doesn't hold it up. This one's better, but it's still fucking annoying. This one just don't do it anyway, no matter what you fucking do. Ah, okay, okay. That don't look right. Let's... Oh yeah, that's better. Do another two-headed snake. Maybe have two snakes looking at each other. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, that looks really nice. I'm so happy. I feel like this side is too close, so I'm going to try it on this side. I am so happy with that. Alright, so that's the piece. Try and do it as thin as I can, so I'm not taking all the details away. Now, I've never seen that happen before, but with this, the pencil is rubbing back onto the paper, so I might have to do a background as well. A background. Oh, do you know what would be cool? Because I've just seen it, if I did a mirror in the background. So I did like this antique, kind of like the fancy frames, and then a nice light blue background. Yes! Because it says offerings was like golden wings, snakes, snake skin, mirrors. So let's do that. So let's start painting. Do you know what? Let's do that mirror now. I know where. There we go. There we go. And we'll do light blue background. Yeah, light blue. This is a nice light blue with the white. I also need to do the green as well. So let's do the light green as well while we're at it. So this light green here. I'm going to do the snakes first. Do you know what? I feel like some of them should be green and some of them should be yellow. So I'm going to do a light yellow as well. And I'm going to alternate the snakes and do light yellow and green. So at least then some of the snakes are a lot lighter than other ones. You know what? I'm actually going to water down green and blue. The green and yellow. Yes. Let's... Yeah. I don't mind it turning a bit green. That's for the snakes. Right, okay. Okay, this is scary, but we can do this. Where's the reference image? You can do this, Jade. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. The concentration that I'm using. Starting to lose the rest of this paint, but I do have some of that, the lighter green, so I'm going to use that as well. However, it'll be lighter than that, I think. Put a bit of water there. I do this green. Difference, there we go. I have to use a smaller brush actually. That's a little bit too thick. I should have left some white for the snake's eyes, but I feel like that's going to be difficult. So hopefully we can add the white back in at the end. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't think there's going to be an issue there, but still, I thought I'd mention it. Hopefully that's kind of helped me out with the shape where the main head is going to be, so then I can add blues around. Do the blue. Again, I'm going to add water to it. Oh no, first off let's do the frame. I feel like the frame would be fancy. So let's get this straight yellow, straight white, light yellow, and just paint it. Let's move that. Give me more room. Ooh, no, I should probably... Why did I start with that side first? And then let's do... I want it to kind of like... What the... Again, why did I do it on that side first? I'm gonna do the shirt purple. Oh crap, crap. What the bloody hell happened there? There we go, I'll try to. Hello, voiceover me. I decided it would be best doing it this way because yeah, we all know by now that car gets loud, so we always end with voiceover, and I speed this process up. But yes, I did do, and I stuck with the whole let's keep everything pale, because, and then I could easily darken each bit up. However, the only one that I did do a bit dark was the skin. The skin, I started off like, it looks tanned from here, and I wasn't going for that. It looks more orange tan, like, you know, proper fake tan orange over just, you know, normal tanned skin. So yeah, but everywhere else I did nice pale colours, which I was actually happy with.
but the skin I just did not. However, you can lighten it up. Like, you can add light colours on top to lighten up the colours. I know that they say you shouldn't, and it's pretty hard to do so. But it's not non-negotiable, if you know what I mean. Like, you can still add light colours on top of this. It's just a little bit more trickier to do so because it likes to kind of like blend in and really mix themselves into each other. But as long as you make sure that the layer is dry underneath, and that's why I go back and forth between loads of different areas to let each section dry before I add more on top. So yeah, so I started, and I did loads of different not textures, shades of green. So I started off with like a really nice pale green, and then a colour which had more tinges of yellow in, so that had a different shade of green, and I just darkened it up by adding darker greens, obviously. And obviously it's darker at the scalp because they're the snakes that are kind of hidden and really tinged under each other, like, you know, twirled and tangled within each other. That's what I meant. So they're darker from like the root, and then it gets lighter onward. However, I did like adding like some snakes darker than others because it's kind of like strands of hair. Like, do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of you know, streaks in females' hair. It reminds me of that. Like, she's got streaks, like darker snakes and lighter snakes, and they're all different shades of green, but just if you put it all together, it just looks really nice, and I was really happy with this. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this really. I just add different things on top of each other and just hope it works out. I don't know how to explain it. I go with how I feel, and if I feel like it should be lighter on this side and darker on a different side, and that's just how I go with it. Just, you know, it's all trial and error really with these things, and it's not like it's going to be terribly wrong or it's gonna like hurt somebody if you go wrong somewhere. Like, it's art. You just learn from your mistakes and you carry on. Especially with paint. I love paint because you can layer it on top of each other, and most of the time it's that mistake is gone. Like, it was never there to begin with. That's why I love acrylics, and that's why I'm really loving these gouache paints, because you can do something wrong and then be like, oh well, it's fine, I'll let that dry and I will go over it onto a different colour and just see how it goes. And that's literally all you need to do with paints. It's a little bit difficult with markers that way because it really does affect the colour no matter how you do it if you do it with markers, whereas paint is different. So I love paint, but in my household, paint is so messy, and I've got so many kids around that just one kid could stick their finger in the palette and it's got everywhere. So I like to use loads of different mediums, and it's always fun anyway, isn't it, just to do loads of different things anyway. So I blame it on the kids really, but really they help me out because I get to try loads of different things at different times and not have to like do only one thing. I'm not saying doing only one thing is bad, but I like to be able to do loads of different things, and that's just how I like to do my work. Just it's one of them. Do what you do and do what you like, and then it all works itself out. See, this is where the skin is. So the skin I got that colour that I used to begin with, and then I just added a lot of white in there and I lightened up the skin, and I used that orangey tone to where the shades were supposed to be and used that like a mid-tone, and then I darkened up some of the skin colour by adding like this nice brown to it, and that's where I added shades and contour and stuff like that. So yeah. And this is hard. The face, I always have trouble with faces, but like I said, with paint, you just layer it on, and the paint's still wet, by the way. At this point, the lighter colour and then the darker browny colour that I've added, they're still wet at this point, so you could mix and blend them into each other, so it just had this seamless blend, and it was just amazing. and I'm really happy with the piece. So happy with this piece, right? That I've decided to get this actually professionally printed, and I'm actually going to sell it at my first artist alley at a convention. I know I'm going to a convention. Like, oh my, I'm going to the Manga Pop convention in September. Off the top of my head, I don't know the exact date, but I might put it on the screen somewhere. But yeah, it's in Manchester at Manga Pop, and I'm at the Artist Alley, and I've got this as some, and so I do half fan art and half of my original work. So yeah, so you can buy this there, and then after that bit, after the Artist Alley, I will be putting it over onto my my Etsy and my website, so you can check it out there. So that'll be after September. It'll be like mid-September when I actually put it on for, you know, you guys, or if you are going to the Manga Pop, just say hi, be like, hey, yeah, and say, you know, you watch this video. You know what? Oh my God, wow. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I really am getting ahead of myself really here. But yeah, so if you would like to see that and you'd like to actually purchase this, then check that out. Also, I'll also have it posted when it actually goes online, just in case you don't go to that anime convention. That's perfectly fine. You know, just check it out online and buy it there. I've also got it as a sticker and a key ring, so you can actually buy it from different at different prices and get it in different mediums. And we're on to the background. So as you can see, the background that I firstly did was just like a blue, like a nice pale blue color, and I just and I added little bits of purple in there. But I decided to do something different because, as I was saying before, Medusa has like some connections with mirrors and gold, the snakes and stuff like that. I really wanted to play off on that. So she's in a mirror, and the only way I could think of is trying to connect that you can see her in a mirror, or at least you're seeing her reflection through a mirror, is to add like a light blue. And then I don't know why I did this. I just really wanted to try it. I just gradually got it to go darker. So as it goes from light blue to where her shirt is, it slowly gets darker as it goes up. And I just love this blend. And you know what? It was off a whim because I was running out of the light blue color. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start adding this purple color just gradually. And it just slowly got up to a really dark purple. And I'm just so happy with it. Do you know what? It's one of them ones where it's just like, I didn't know I was going there, but I did get there. And it just went more, I don't know, it was more fun to make it like this than just having the blue, the just the light blue all the way through it. And that blend is so seamless. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm really happy with that. And it just goes from light blue to a really dark purple. And so yeah, and I'm really happy with that. And so yeah, just look at that blend. I'm appreciating it. I'm just watching the screen as it goes. Oh my God. Oh. Does anyone else like have that moment where they're just like watching their art? You know, if you record it, or you know what, you don't even have to record it. You can just be watching your art as you're doing it slowly get better, and just slowly just be like, wow, like it is in the steps. Like it's within the program. What is that called? When it's like, it's a work in progress. It's kind of like, wow, you know, trust the process in a sense. That's what it is. It's trust the process. That's what you need to do. And I did, and I was so happy. And do you know what? After I started doing that, that's when I was like, do you know what? We need to get bolder with these colors. These colors need to be bold. So I started to add more bolder colors and more, not pigment, but more like pop colors in there. So the snakes actually like started to not jump off the page, but you know, started to come alive and start to have loads of different shades within them. And I did also change the color of the top, but I'm not at that point yet. So but yeah, I just keep on going through the snakes. And obviously not all of the snakes are the same color, but there is some snakes from like the top that are the same color as the ones in the bottom, because they do have to kind of merge together and look like the same body of snakes, but at the same time look different. So some snakes are the same shades and other snakes are different shades, but it all meshes together because there's some snakes from the left that actually look like the shades from the right. Yeah, I don't, it seems like I'm being confusing for some reason, and I'm not trying to be. But yeah, it's one of them, and I'm really happy, and I'm getting pretty much near to the end, so I'm just gonna like kind of like, yeah. We're getting into the end, so I'm gonna let it do some music, and then when I get to the point where I do something else, I will come back. Because I really focused on them snakes there, because like Medusa is the main artwork, but the snakes are also part of the main artwork. Like, you know who she is just because she's got snakes as her hair. Like, that is amazing. Anyway, we've moved on to what she's wearing now. At first when I did it, I was like, she's wearing purple, but because I started the purple as the base color, and I really love this pink. It's like I think it's magenta. It's like literally straight from the tube. It's gorgeous. So I used that to darken up some shades and make it actually look like, she's a body and not just flat. So I added it to the shoulders and the breast area and where the arms and stuff were. And because I already did that already, as you can see, there's some bits. I'm just enforcing the line work that I already did to try and darken up the purple already, and actually use pops of colour, because that background really did force me, instead of going all like bland and just using really nice light colours that were all just kind of washed out with white, I was able to actually, you know, click my mind into thinking, let's add colour here. Like, why are we not using colour? So yeah, so I did a really nice pink colour to the shirt. Also, I wanted to also because of this, because of the pops of colour, I'm able to add shimmer to this piece. So you can actually buy this piece at the Artist Alley or online. You can actually buy it as a shimmer, and honestly, it's gorgeous. The snakes are shimmering, her eye shimmers, and actually the frame and the shirt shimmers. It's so nice, and there's different shades of green, silver, and there's pink, and then there's gold. It's gorgeous. It's probably one of my favorites, as well as the dragon print that shimmers, because their dragon eyes are just shine gold. But yeah, so it's just, you know what, it's these pieces that really actually like go, ooh, art is amazing, because it's so nice, and I just think it's so beautiful. I was able to make that, and it just shocks me. And I don't want to seem like I'm big-headed, but sometimes it really does shock me that I was able to actually do that. And I cannot be the only one that ever thinks that. But yeah, it's amazing in it sometimes, what you actually make with your own hands, and you're just like, wow. Yeah, that's it really. I'm pretty much doing the titsy, the tricks and the last finishing details really to this piece, because the snakes and the shirt is fine. I'm just trying to darken up areas of the hair, so it's got like really deep dark green. And then I move on to, I don't know if I do the face or the frame first, but yeah, I do the frame, and I make the frame nice and gold, and it has like loads of you have that pale yellow, and then I add a gold to it, like a really nice bold yellow, and then I add like a darker what's it called, a darker yellow, like an umber, like a burnt not burnt because that's a brown, but it's like a burnt, like an umber color, which is in between the gold and the brown. It's in between that area, so it kind of shines even more. And then because of the white page, it just doesn't, it still is not right to me. Like, it still doesn't seem like it's right. So I decide to add brown. There's the frame. I decide to add brown around the edges, so then it looks exactly like, you know, the mirror is on an actual wood panel of a house, and then you can see the reflection within the gold mirror kind of. And that's how I wanted it to be like. And it's a full piece. There's like every little bit of this drawing, it's been painted on, and I don't normally do that. Sometimes I add borders and stuff, and there's always some sort of white showing on most of my drawings. So this one, it kind of was like everywhere, like every bit had paint on it, and it was so nice. It's quite refreshing to see, because if you see the border all the time, and some pieces need a border, just amazing. Some pieces need that border to breathe and to stand out. However, this piece didn't, and I'm really happy with that. Like, this piece was really nice, and that brown, because it was literally just a no, I think I did a bit of shading, but it was just the flat colour. It was just so nice and refreshing, and it's just, this piece I'm really proud of, and I just hope that you like it too, because I like it. I really love this piece. Anyway, I'm pretty much finished, but you can see the time lapse of this, which is quickly done, so you can see how long it's done, and you can watch it within a minute or two over on my TikTok and Instagram. Guess how long it took, please, in the comments. Guess how long you think this took me to actually paint. And yeah, just please, yeah, like, comment and subscribe. That's pretty much all I want you to do, really, is just like, comment and subscribe. Look at more of my videos, and if you like my art, you know, check it out, check the store out. You don't need to, obviously, I'm not forcing you to do anything, but yeah, just like, comment and subscribe, and that's it. I'm done. Voila, done. Anyway, I hope that you had a wonderful day filled with creativity, and bye.
bye.